Yeah, so, geez, I just thought about this elementary school teacher that I had like way back in fifth grade, back in 1975. It's like one of those strange things where, like, yeah, an adult person seems to like have it in for like a kid, for no real good reason. It's sort of a phenomenon that happens, at least used to happen, back in public schools. I don't know about now, there's because everyone's like so litigious and sue happy these days, and I imagine the teachers probably, try not to like let their true feelings about kids they don't like come through. But back in the old days, they didn't have any such scruples. But yeah, she was some sharp-tongued Jewish woman named Ms. Schneiderman. Remember, they used to use a Ms. back in the 70s, part of the feminist movements. Anyway, Ms. Schneiderman, she was terrible. She was always making problems for me and like taunting me and teasing me and everything in front of the other students, which is something that I don't know if it still goes on, but sometimes if a teacher took a dislike to a student, and especially if the student already had some kind of like social problems with their peers, that they would use that as a weapon to make the kid miserable. Of course, I wasn't that pathetic. I mean, I had my friends and everything like that, and I was pretty secure and emotionally balanced. So, she didn't have a devastating effect on me. But yeah, she was terrible. I don't know. I mean, I was a bright student and stuff, and plus I was popular because of my artwork, my drawings and cartoons and stuff like that.
And
And
a class president
well,
and
that was like sixth grade. I'm talking about fifth grade. So yeah, so she I remember one time I outsmarted her. It's like I was running around in the schoolyard, we were having fun, and there was the boys' bathroom was at the end of the building, and the door opened like out, towards if we come down the long end, and she was after me about something, and I ran, and then I swung the door open, and then ran around the side of the building, and she thought I ran in the bathroom, and she came in, and she was like telling you, get that young man out of here. He just ran in the bathroom. It's like, there's no one else in here, Mr. Schneiderman. Yes, I just saw him run in here. Just bring him out right now or I'll report both of you. And like, there's no one else in here, Mr. Schneiderman, honest. And then I came strolling back like, oh, what's going on here, guys? She was really mad about it. And she hated my guts. As a matter of fact, she had me take a battery of psychological tests, like IQ tests or something like that, because she wanted to prove that I had some kind of like mental problem and didn't belong in public school. So she gave me these tests. I took these tests. I think it took like 1 or 2 entire days to take the test. And some time went by and I never heard back. And I'm like, oh, so how do they do on those tests, Ms. Schneiderman? And she got really mad. She goes like, you're smarter than you act. That was her answer to me. As a matter of fact, though, but she was such a bully that it interfered with my performance in class because she would, any little thing she could do to make problems for me, she would do it. And I guess like near the end of the semester, my grades started falling off a bit, and all of a sudden she wanted to hold me back a grade. I never bothered telling my grandparents about any of the trouble I was having at school because I just assumed, since they were such disciplinarians, that they would just like side with the teacher. Because it's been my experience, I always side with adults in the past, so I never mentioned any problems. But so when they got hit with this bombshell that the teacher was going to hold me back a grade, well, they didn't like that. So my grandfather sprang into action, and he got all my old report cards and everything, and went into school and storms in the office and goes like, what's this? You're holding him back. It's like, what's this? Look at those report cards. He was a straight A student, and then all of a sudden he gets in this class, and all of a sudden you want to hold him back a grade. Maybe there's a problem with that crazy teacher. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Ronald, considering he has a pretty stellar academic career so far. So at any rate, make a long story short, they didn't hold me back a grade, and I think she wanted to have have me sent to a special school. I know what kind of special school she wanted to send me to. Must have been some kind of like retarded school or something like that. But anyway, her plans were foiled, and I went on to be, class president in 6th grade, and that was the beginning of a stellar political career. I'm just kidding. But so anyway, yeah, I bounced back. So of course, young people can bounce back. We don't usually, get totally, destroyed by setbacks and stuff. We keep going, and I don't know what it is. It's like this Jewish teacher. I've had a lot of. I can't say I had like trouble with exclusively with Jewish teachers. I mean, some Jewish teachers were very fond of me, as a matter of fact, especially the art teachers. But yeah, it's like, and then back in 7th grade, there was this Jewish teacher, Mr. Kaz, and he was exactly the way you'd picture him from his name. A total nerd with like the big nose, looks like he should be attached to a pair of glasses with a funny mustache. And all the nerdy kids, used to like to hang out with him after class, and it was like Mork and Mindy was popular, and every time they go, oh, humor, remember that thing? That was like so annoying. Anyway, that's the type of guy he was. One time I wrote this book report. I forget what the book was. It might have been Fahrenheit, the 451. I remember the letter. And he's like, I'll give you A for this if you wrote it, implying that I didn't write the book report. Of course I wrote the book report, but he didn't believe that I was capable of writing, a competent book report, But so he had the right attitude. And I remember, like back in elementary school, I had the Jewish administrators were always the worst ones. I remember, like, we were just like goofing around in the playground or something like that, and this Jewish administrator got pissed off and had me go back to her office and like totally chewed me out, like way more than the petty offense warranted. She must have been like been having a bad day and decided to dump it on me. I was pretty upset because I thought I was gonna get expelled from school or something like that, just for some playground shenanigans. Of course, it was all a bunch of, I'm really my mind's kind of scrambled up tonight. It was just a lot of smoke and froth, but yeah. And then there was a drama teacher I had in like 9th grade who wasn't very fond of me either. She was also a Jewess, so I don't know what it is about these teachers. But anyway, so Karen, help me out here. Give me some more ideas from here. I want to talk about teachers.
Your class clown.
Oh yeah, and then in 6th grade I was a class president, and then in 7th grade I was official class clown for the whole 7th grade. So I must have been pretty friggin' funny, I guess, huh? So yeah, so I guess that'll be it for this video. I'll see you next video, guys. Take care.